Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Alright, so today we're starting off a little bit differently. We're starting outside. We're not doing gardening, we are actually painting a door. So if you follow me on Instagram, you will have already seen this door underway. If you don't, feel free to go check me out, get to know me on there. I do post quite often. We're starting outside. We are doing the door. This is one of our last doors in our house that isn't white. So we've had two replaced that were a bit broken, didn't shut properly, that kind of thing. So we've had two of those replaced, and then the other two I figured to save a little bit on budget wise I would just paint. So this one is the door off of Neve's bedroom. All our doors started off like this with this kind of weird purpley grey. It looks kind of more grey on camera, but it is very, very purple in person, and that was on all our interior doors, and it was flaking, and it was not a very nice paint. So I started off by taking it off the hinges, obviously. This is my third door that I've painted, so I'm finally starting to get under control of the best way to go about doing it. Taken off the hinges, brought it downstairs flat. I've cleaned both sides thoroughly with spray and wipe, which you saw me do, and then I am scuffing up the surface, taking off any of the flaking paint, like you can see at the bottom there, and then just scuffing up the rest of it so the new paint has something to grip onto. And then I'll be going over it with a door roller, specifically for doors. And a water-based enamel vivid white paint with a bit of Floetrol mixed into it, which is a conditioner, like a paint conditioner, to give it as smooth a surface as possible. Then between each coat, after I've let it dry, I gave it a very, very light sand with, I think it was a 220 grit, something like that. Like it was about a 200 grit, whatever it was. Very light sand with that, just to make sure it was smooth. And each side of this door took about 4 coats to actually cover up that grey color and become white. Okay, so whilst I was working on the door, which took 2 days in the end, it was a 2-day project, doing one side, letting it dry and cure overnight, then flipping it and doing the other side. This is the result of what is happening in Neve's room at the moment, or at the time. So luckily, when there's a door attached to the room, you can kind of just shut it and walk away and pretend it's not there. Having said that, obviously the door was not attached for a few days, and I became very aware of just how messy her room had become. She was playing a game with her dolls that we left out most nights because she said it was still ongoing. And then on this particular day I went in and went, okay, this isn't a game anymore, this is just absolute chaos. So it needs to be sorted out. So that is what we're doing. We're going to be putting all the toys away, which luckily, because she's got this bin system under her bed, it takes me all of 2 seconds. It is organized, but it's very loosely organized by category. So like building with her Lego blocks and Duplo blocks, plush toys, hard toys, and then she only gets specific in organization when it comes to things like her Barbie dolls, so they have their own separate spot to go putting away her laundry and pulling out any of the spare hangers that are up there, and this little onesie that obviously does not fit her. It's just a sentimental one that I keep. It's probably the only sentimental one I keep. And then we're going to change over her bedding and finish off her room with a vacuum as well. Oh, that is one thing that I did forget. Whilst I was in the room, I thought I would actually sort out her curtains a bit. So I've noticed recently they just weren't sitting properly, and I think I actually strung them incorrectly when I first put them up. So I just jumped up there to quickly rethread the curtains correctly. I think I will actually raise them at some point as well, though, because they are looking a bit low. So I'm going to actually have to remove those brackets at some point as well. But that is a not today problem. So whilst we're running through the upstairs spaces, one of the areas that has been a little bit neglected is our bathrooms. So moving into here next, this is going to be a bit more of a thorough cleaning than usual. So we're going to be starting off by wiping down the mirrors and then doing the sinks and the shower and the floors. So whilst I'm doing the mirror and then the outside of the shower glass as well, you'll see I'm using two cloths with the spray. So I spray it down with the glass cleaner, obviously, and then the green cloth is to get rid of all the dirt. So that will actually wipe down and remove all the actual dirt, toothpaste, water splashbacks, fingerprints, that kind of thing off of the glass. And then the second cloth, the white one, is a glass specific microfiber, and you use that to polish out any of the remaining streaks, and you just get the most amazing finish. So I won't lie, I used to use the glass cloth with the cleaner thinking, oh, that's definitely the way you're supposed to do it, isn't it? No, apparently not. Apparently it is so much better. It works so much better if you use a separate microfiber to get all the dirt off and then go through with that glass one afterwards, guys, just to dry it off and polish it out. And it is streak free, and it is amazing. It takes less time because you're not trying to buff out with a cloth that isn't designed for buffing out the streaks. So you spend less time trying to get rid of the streaks because they just disappear so quickly. Anyway, I digress, but highly recommend it. If you do not use them yet in your cleaning routine, the glass specific microfibers to buff out the streaks, highly, highly, highly recommend it, guys. Go out and grab one if you don't already have one. If you do have them but you're using them with the spray instead of as a secondary step, highly recommend try doing it that way. Switch it up. And then with the sinks, obviously there was just a bit of a build up from Tim's beard trimmings there. He shaved earlier that morning, which was part of the reason I looked at it and went, ooh, gotta get in here, and some mouthwash and toothpaste and the usual things. So I've just given it a clean down. I've used the Rubbermaid scrub brush to get into the drains and into all the spouts, and I'm just finishing off here with a few drops of eucalyptus down the drain just to help any odours.
I'll be here waiting. I'll be here waiting, waiting.
Okay guys, and we're just finishing off with a quick clean of the not full length, but of the hanging mirror in the landing area that we kind of use as our full length mirror for family use. Just whilst I had my glass cleaning stuff out, because I normally forget it. But otherwise, that is it from me this week. I hope you've enjoyed the video and found it motivating. Remember to hit that subscribe button on your way out if you haven't already, so you never miss a video, because I've got a lot more to share coming out next week, obviously. And next week we are going to be starting off pretty much where we finished here, with the upstairs areas, and finishing off the master bedroom, the spare bedroom, and then some downstairs stuff as well. But have an amazing week guys, and I'll see you next week for the next video. Bye.